Is to provide a special primary election for members of the House and Senate whose boundaries were changed by court-drawn maps. Now, last week, the Supreme Court ruling that the race could almost never be used when it comes to drawing maps, changing course on a prior decision in an Alabama case that said race could be used. Alabama political correspondent Jessica Umbro with your look now at what to expect.
State lawmakers are going into this special session with a clear divide along party lines. And any decision that is made here will have to have the courts back them up before they can be followed through on. Alabama could go back to using its 2023 congressional map and a 2021 state Senate map. Both of those maps were changed by courts after the Milligan versus Allen ruling, which said race could be used to draw maps to be legally sound. In August, a federal court ruled Alabama would have to use those court-drawn maps through the 2030 census. But the Supreme Court's decision last week in Louisiana versus Calais says race can almost never be used to draw the maps. Alabama Democrats held a protest outside the State House before gaveling in, criticizing the Supreme Court's decision and the decision for Alabama to hold a special session.
As they're trying to legally, racially, politically discriminate against poor, black, poor, and disenfranchised people. And Alabama has a long history of racial discrimination, gerrymandering, and every other trick in the book, trying to keep people from getting a right to vote.
House Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter and Senate President Pro Tem Garland Gudger released a joint statement on Friday about this special session, saying the legislature can and will put a contingency plan in place should the U.S. Supreme Court bring Alabama's current case to a lower court with instructions on how to apply the Calais ruling. Governor Ivey has said that she expects this special session to take the week and will have any updates on what the legislature decides, along with any updates from the courts and how this could potentially impact the May primaries, which are just over 2 weeks away. Reporting in Montgomery, I'm Jessica Umbro.
And the Attorney General filing an emergency motion to vacate a court-drawn map that altered 2 of Alabama's Senate districts in Montgomery, that area in the metro area there, urging a decision from the court by May 8th. The Secretary of State also submitting a formal request for the court to expedite their consideration of the state Senate redistricting case. Primary election is scheduled for May 19th.
An internet disruption causing headaches today for Mobile County's court system.
Our Brendan Kirby is live at Government Plaza with the very latest on this. Brendan, how serious is this?
Lenise and Shelby, it's not really that big a deal. The courthouse is still open. If you have business here, you should still come, but it could be a little bit of an inconvenience. Folks who arrived this morning for a hearing before Judge Zachary Moore in District Court found this sign on the door. The judge conducted bond hearings at Mobile County Metro Jail, but everything else on his docket had to be rescheduled until Wednesday. Mobile County Presiding Circuit Judge Wesley Pipes tells me that an AT&T fiber optic cable was cut downtown Mobile on Friday. That affected Government Plaza's secure connection to the Administrative Office of Courts in Montgomery. That means that judges and their staffs can't access the online court record system known as AliCourt. Other functions are working but are slow. Judge Pipes says the trials will go on, but things might not run as smoothly as normal. I reached out to an AT&T spokesman who says he's looking into the issue but hasn't gotten back to me. I also checked with a spokeswoman for the Mobile County Commission, which owns the building. She says that internet and other services are functioning as normal on the city and county side of the building. Reporting live in Government Plaza, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
All right, thank you, Brendan. 4 of the 6 Republican candidates vying for Alabama's open U.S. Senate seat are going to face off tonight in Mobile. Attorney General Steve Marshall, cattle farmer and businessman Rodney Walker, cardiac surgeon Dr. Dale Shelton, Dees Jr., and Navy veteran Seth Burton will take the stage at Grand Hall. That's on Hawes Mill Road from 6 until 8 tonight. The seat is open because Senator Tommy Tuberville is leaving to run for governor. Notable absences tonight: Congressman Barry Moore and retired Navy SEAL Jared Hudson. They will not be at this debate. Our Cameron Taylor is going to moderate, asking candidates about the Iran conflict, the national debt, and election integrity. The event is free and open to the public and comes just weeks before the May 19th primary.
All right, gas prices, they are up again. AAA reporting the national average is at $4.46 a gallon. That is up more than 30 cents from a week ago. Analysts point to rising oil prices as the driver, with West Texas Intermediate crude topping $105 a barrel. Much of that pressure stems from tension in the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. military launching Project Freedom today, an operation to escort commercial ships through the strait. Iran is warning it will attack any foreign military force that enters the waterway. A threat analysis say could push those prices even higher. Taking a live look outside. What a peaceful view here. Dauphin Island, seeing the birds and just relaxing, enjoying the sunshine. It's warm on this Monday.
Yeah, some sunbathing going on today. I was driving into work this morning and it was just gorgeous. Not a cloud in sight. So pretty, and it feels, a little warm, but really nice outside.
Yeah, it was cool earlier, and you may not have noticed this weekend, but on Sunday morning we were at 43 degrees. Yeah, that was a record by far. In fact, that's
Good
the coolest.
Thing we were inside.
Yeah, right. It was. I slept with the window open. It was cool in the room. 43 degrees is tied the all-time record for the coolest temperature in May. So,
really?
Yeah,
we're breaking
crazy
records left and right. Hot and cold doesn't matter. We're going to break them.
And drought, but we may be able to do something about that too. We've had some recent rain. More is on the way. 75 degrees right now, and looking at light winds out of the south. Kind of got a little breeze there at about 10 miles an hour. Checking our satellite radar picture right now. There's hardly a cloud in the sky across our area. It looks really quiet. And looking at the futurecast, probably won't see much cloud cover tomorrow. I think we're going to be mostly sunny tomorrow. We may get a few upper level clouds, but they're not going to be all that thick. And no rain around through tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be quiet, at least initially, to start the work week. It's the second half of the work week that we may see some issues with active weather. One more cool one tonight. Nothing record breaking, no 40s tonight, but we will be in the 50s in many locations. And this is what's ahead. We could be in for a wet pattern starting Wednesday evening and lasting possibly through the end of the week, potentially even all the way into the weekend as well. And you can see that right there. There's going to be rain along I-10 and in our area, so get ready for the changes. I'll have more on that in your detailed forecast coming up.
All right, Jason, we will see you then. Daphne drivers are already feeling the impact of a new road closure tonight. Milton Jones Road is shut down at County Road 13. As Fox's Stephen Moody shows us, the detour could last all summer.
Milton Jones Road is closed in Daphne, and it's part of the Milton Jones Road Extension Project, a partnership between the City of Daphne and the Baldwin County Commission. The work is part of a plan to extend Milton Jones Road and create a new east-west route between Pollard Road and Highway 181. It's expected to remain closed through the end of August. Drivers were forced to use alternate routes Monday morning.
I'm very late for work, but I'm sure they're going to understand once I get there, because I'm going to have to now go another way, and I'm just trying to figure out how to get there. So, I thought the signs up there said detour right here, so that's why we turned right here. And I think that's why a lot of the cars are coming down here, because it says detour right here.
Mayor Rob Lejeune thanked the community for their patience and says the city scheduled the closure during the summer months because there's less traffic when school is out. And as drivers get adjusted, they're taking it one day at a time.
Good luck, and hope everybody gets to work on time. And I know not to come this way tomorrow.
Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
All right, looking out there right now on I-10, we're not seeing any delays in and out of the Wallace Tunnel. The camera's shaking a little bit, but it's not too breezy out there right now. And as we look around the area here, we've been keeping an eye on the roads. I-10 is in good shape. As we zoom in here in and out of the Wallace Tunnel there, things look just fine. Checking Baldwin County, County Road 13 does not show up on our traffic tracker, but we have issues there, as you saw in that story. And looking at Pensacola here, I-10 and I-110 all looking good. So the major interstates and highways are in good shape. We'll continue to monitor as we get closer to the 5 o'clock rush hour.
All right, thanks, Jason. Still ahead on Fox News at 4. She's Miss Mobile USA, an author and an actress, and she's in studio to talk about how she's helping children fall in love with reading again. We'll introduce you next. Then narrow escapes caught on camera, and a plane hits a truck while landing. A firefighter honored for pulling a woman from a burning vehicle. A lot to show you in today's Take a Look at This. But first, let's take a live look outside. Yellow flags out there on the beach. It's a Monday. Hope your start of the week is going well. The news continues. Welcome back to Fox News at 4, and thank you for staying with us. You know, we've got a nice story to dive into. It's set in a big city, and there's some big secrets to go along with it. And the author who wrote that is here to pull everyone in. We are speaking with K.M. Colley about her new novel, Roaring Ridleys. It debuted Friday, and now you are talking to us about it. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
We were just kind of like getting acquainted, I guess you could say,
yes.
And I am impressed because you're from Mobile to Tampa.
Alabama, Tampa, yes.
You've got a lot going on. You wear a lot of hats.
A lot of hats.
And Miss Mobile.
Yes, current Miss Mobile USA.
Okay, so how do you juggle all of this? I guess first let's start with Miss Mobile. What was that experience like?
That experience was amazing. I got appointed the title. Miss Alabama USA has been such a shining light for me. It's by a Blaze production. So we're getting ready to compete at Mississippi State in July. So it's coming up very soon. Yeah.
Okay, so and whenever you are involved in a pageant, you have to have a platform.
You do.
Can you talk about yours?
Yeah, so my grandma is an English teacher, was an English teacher for over 30 years. So reading is a big part for me. I created my nonprofit Power in Pages as a youth literacy initiative because now that AI has become so prevalent for children, they don't know how to read. They want somebody else to read for them. So I wanted to make sure bringing reading fun again and getting those worlds back to children so they know they can wear many hats like I am, you know? Yeah.
And there we have the book. So let's dive into this because I love the way you described it. You said big city, big secrets.
Big city, big secrets, yes. I originally, I went to Duke University for a summer camp and I had a lot of roommates from around the world. So I wanted something based in the Harlem Renaissance, the Roaring 20s, and there was an era where people that look like me, we weren't really shown in books. The Great Gatsby, there wasn't that era shown. So I made sure to add in real people like Josephine Baker, Layla Walker. This was a very important story for people to reach and know that people from different backgrounds can be a part of it too.
And so now that it's out, what is your hope?
My hope is I'm actually working on some sequels and prequels. So I'm it's a big world. It's 7 siblings across the world. So, you know, this was just like a little teaser, stepping into it. And I'm currently working on a domestic suspense, and that'll be out pretty soon. So, yeah.
So, again, as I said, you wear a lot of hats, and you've got that competition coming up for Miss Alabama. For girls who are watching, you know, the pageantry world can be intimidating, but you learn so many valuable life skills, I think. What would be your encouragement to them to take that first step also?
Yes, the reason why I joined, got into Miss Alabama USA, I learned to put myself first. I know as a mother, an author, and actress wearing a lot of hats, you are presenting yourself as holding your back straight, posture straight, talking a little bit more with a little bit more pep. So I think it's overall confidence in showing that anybody, no matter where they came from, I'm from Chunchula, Central, right there in the small town, Alabama, that we can be that beautiful woman, no matter, it's the knowledge that holds the crown, not the crown.
Good message there.
Yes.
Thank you for stopping by.
So much,
I wish we had more time. This went by so fast.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
We're going to have this interview posted for you on foxandtv.com so you can share it with someone you know and get the title of that book in case you missed it. You'll find it shortly after this newscast. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, downtown Mobile, Dolphins Cam, Eastern Shore Toyota View, and looks like some muddy water kind of rolling out the Mobile River right now, but everything is in good shape weather-wise across the area. Let's see what's ahead because we have a lot of changes as we get into the forecast. Satellite radar picture is clear for now. One more day of this tomorrow, and then we start warming up and moistening up. Good chances of rain for the second part of the work week. So let's break it down with your Futurecast here. And we are looking at some clouds at 7 a.m. and then getting into the middle part of the day and into the afternoon. Partly cloudy skies. skies here for Mobile and Pensacola on your Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we could see some showers starting to move in. So, in fact, the high-risk futurecast is pretty aggressive with showers on Wednesday. I think at least a scattered chance, and storms are possible by Wednesday night. Looking at the severe weather outlook, again, this is not lining up to be an off-the-charts event for us based on what we're seeing right now, but it could be a close call. We've got some instability with this one, which is a little different than what we saw with our last rain event. So a slight risk for severe weather, Jackson, Mississippi, Meridian, Tuscaloosa, and Birmingham. Marginal risk for our inland counties overnight Wednesday night. We'll continue to update you on this as we get closer, but just an early look, some storms are possible. And looking at the European model, that band of storms comes in on Wednesday evening and Thursday morning. This is Thursday at lunchtime. The front is going to start falling apart, but it's still producing a lot of rain as it settles in along the coast. And Friday could be a wet situation for us. We bumped our rain chances up on Friday. Here's a look at what things are going to be like tomorrow morning. No low 40s or anything like that, but some 50s are going to be pretty widespread. Very comfortable weather in the morning. 58 in Pensacola, 56 in Mobile, 52 Chatham, 50 in Monroeville, and 48 in Brewton, Alabama. So we've got some pretty chilly conditions far to the north and east, but most of us are just going to be comfortably cool. Over the next couple of days, as we've been talking about, the rain's going to move in. We will see widely scattered showers on your Wednesday, thunderstorms Wednesday night and Thursday. That front's going to come rolling in, weaken some, and then just hang out with us for a while. And so the rain chances are up for both Thursday and Friday. We could get several more much needed inches of rain in the forecast area to help with the drought situation. And we are looking at widely scattered showers on Saturday and Sunday. Another good shot at rain on Monday. Looks like we have an active pattern. So I guess the April flowers bring the May showers here in this forecast.
A little backwards there, but that's Mother Nature. All right, close call is caught on camera. A plane coming in for a landing collides with a truck, and a firefighter gets honored for saving a woman from a burning car. Let's go to Patrick Cornell today with Take a Look at This.
That's the unreal moment a bakery delivery truck gets struck by a plane landing at Newark Airport. In slow-mo, you can see the wing and the wheels of the plane a split second before the crash. The bakery owner says the driver in the cab suffered cuts to his arms and forearms, but incredibly escaped serious injuries. The airline says none of the 200 passengers and 2 crew members on board were injured. The plane taxied to the gate normally. Here's the breakdown. In this freeze frame, you can see the impending moment of doom with the plane over the driver's shoulder as he travels down the New Jersey Turnpike. Moments later, the plane, traveling 160 miles per hour per a flight tracking website, clips a street light, and video shows its landing gear and underside then smashing the vehicle, violently shaking the truck, sending shards of glass flying. A witness captured video as the plane made its landing seconds after the incident. United says it's checking out the damage to its aircraft, and the National Transportation Safety Board will investigate. Another caught-on-camera close call shows a Detroit firefighter heroically pulling a woman from a burning car.
I'm from here. I look at all these citizens like family members. So I look at it like, it's like my own mom's in there.
Firefighter Donald Faulkner is being honored for saving the life of 52-year-old Latasha Collins, with Collins' family in attendance to say thank you for saving their loved one.
Thank you to the Detroit firefighters. I'm really thankful and grateful for them.
Reportedly, the woman suffered broken bones, third-degree burns, and internal bleeding, but survived thanks to Faulkner, who recently got to visit Collins in the hospital to check on her recovery.
I'm just doing my job, man. I'm just glad she's doing better.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Patrick Cornell.
May the 4th be with you. Today is Star Wars Day. When Fox News at 4 returns, we're going to show you 2 auctions featuring rare Star Wars collectibles.
The Fox 10 Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance and to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Fox 10 Pledge of Allegiance.
Well, Britney Spears has accepted a plea deal in the drunk driving case against her.
Yes, the singer wasn't in court today for this. This is out in Ventura County, California.
Her attorney, though, entered a guilty plea to a wet and reckless charge, which carries less severe penalties than a DUI conviction.
Spears was sentenced to 12 months probation and a day in jail, and also got a fine. As part of the deal, she agreed to regularly see mental health professionals.
Police say she was arrested in March after being stopped for speeding and erratic driving. Her representative says Spears voluntarily checked into a treatment facility last month.
Well, let's just say the drama moved off stage in New York's theater district.
Crews battled a roof fire at the Eugene O'Neill Theater, where the Book of Mormon is playing.
The fire broke out just before 10:30 this morning on West 49th Street, prompting some of the streets to shut down.
Firefighters responded and quickly got it under control. The cause has not been determined, but it is kind of nothing to do with the fire, but it's ironic to me that The Girl from Mormon Wives, the show on Hulu, is on Broadway, but not for this Mormon show. She's Roxy in, what am I thinking?
Chicago?
Yes.
Okay.
Roxy in Chicago.
Yeah.
So all of that.
That's a good production. If you ever have a chance to see Chicago, you should see it.
She got the lead as Roxy just being on Dancing with the Stars after Secret Life of Mormon Wives. But
really?
Yeah. So.
Did you go to the movies?
I did not.
Did you watch anything online?
I did.
Okay.
I started a new show on Netflix, Man on Fire.
Okay.
It's basically a prequel to the movie with Denzel Washington.
Denzel? Yeah, I know that. Okay. Box office numbers show the sequel to an iconic fashion movie, though, is totally in vogue.
Did you see this one?
We're waiting. So Lee and I are going to go see it with our friend Allie.
Okay.
So next weekend.
Okay. This one I hope is really good. The Devil Wears Prada 2, of course, strutted to the #1 spot in its opening weekend.
The sequel getting $77 million in ticket sales. That's for the U.S. and Canada, and then more than $156 million overseas.
Michael Jackson's biopic Michael took second place, earning $54 million in its second weekend in North America.
Then the Super Mario Galaxy movie rounding out the top 3 with $12 million. So I've seen some reviews about Devil Wears Prada 2, and they're mixed. Some people say that, you know, the star power is there and Meryl does a great job. They talk about some cameos, but that they think it's too over the top. Like a lot of those fashion numbers, they say go too long. And then the Michael movie, I don't know if it's just because I posted about it, but that's all that's in my feed.
Probably. You click on one thing, you post about it, you talk about it.
That it's like everyone
Your
thinks
algorithm.
I want to see and I saw it was a great movie, but I don't. That's too much of my feed.
Yeah. All right, the Met Gala has raised a record $42 million for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute.
It is a big night, and it's every year on the first Monday of May, a star-studded night that brings out the latest in fashion, and it's a major fundraiser, too. This year's theme is expected to inspire bold and creative red carpet looks.
Regular standouts like Rihanna and Kim Kardashian are known for some of the night's most memorable fashion moments. This year's gala will be co-chaired by Beyonce, Nicole Kidman, Venus Williams, and Anna Wintour.
And so the theme specifically is costume art.
I like it.
So we'll see how far they go with that, because sometimes it's art, and so you can interpret it the way you want. But that usually means pressing the boundaries. So today is May the 4th. That just clicked when you said it moments ago. It's Star Wars Day.
If you're a fan of the galaxy far, far away, there is a lot to celebrate.
Prop Store is marking the occasion with 2 auctions featuring franchise collectibles, including Stormtrooper helmets that was from The Rise of Skywalker and a Resistance bomb from The Last Jedi.
Cool. The collectible posters auction features a rare UK Empire Strikes Back quad poster and an even rarer Russian 3-panel franchise poster.
Both auctions are live online. I guess you could say May the 4th be with you. I would want like some clothing.
Yes.
Right? Are they auctioning off any like was there a leather jacket? Did someone wear a leather jacket?
Yeah, I
feel
think
like
Han
did.
Solo did.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But I also know he was Indiana Jones, so maybe I'm confusing my movies.
I don't know. I've seen a couple of the Star Wars, but not all of them. I would want the ears, the hair. wig around the ears, like you saw there.
Prince Leia.
Yes.
Princess Leia.
All right, next up, we're diving into those big breaking stories you'll see on Fox 10 News at 5.
And then this.
We would recommend that, people do self-checks on their skin.
Why a quick skin check could save your life. Melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer, is highly treatable if it's caught early. After the break, the warning signs and what to look for. Jason?
And we are tracking the potential for some storms by the middle of the week. In our severe weather outlook, I'll have your complete forecast coming up.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 News.
We have the Fox 10 News crews working right now on your breaking news updates for your most local news at 5. First, a third arrest in a disturbing child abuse case from Escambia County, Florida. Why deputies say a daycare director knew the toddlers were in danger and never called it in. Also tonight, 2 teens swept out by a rip current near Fort Morgan, and how a remote-controlled rescue buoy helped deputies bring them back. Also what you need to know before your next trip to the beach. Plus, nearly half the jobs at a major Washington County employer are going away. How the layoffs in McIntosh could ripple through families, local businesses, and the economy. We'll have those stories on Fox 10 News at 5.
Well, today the Supreme Court temporarily restored telehealth and mail access to the abortion drug mifepristone. The move comes after a federal appeals court today Friday blocked mail order access. That court said Louisiana was likely to prevail in its case, seeking to require an in-person exam before prescribing the drug. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito has now blocked that due to potential confusion among patients already in the process of accessing it. His order lasts at least a week while the court reviews emergency appeals from the drug's makers.
What a beautiful day across the area, and it feels good too. This is the live camera from D'Iberville, Mississippi here, our Eastern Shore Toyota camera network showing real clear conditions, plenty of sunshine, maybe a few little small clouds off into the distance. You can always check our Fox 10 weather app for your forecast. This is available free for your smartphone. We've got the beach forecast at the top. We've got a live picture here down at the bottom. You can see how pretty it is down at Pensacola Beach. Let's check out the situation here on our satellite picture. You can see mostly sunny skies across the area. We're not expecting to see any rough weather coming our way in the short term. We will see some issues later in the week. Here is your beach forecast for tomorrow. 79 degrees, winds out of the south at 11. The UV index is sky high. You will burn fast at the beach with conditions like this. And we are happy to see and report that the rip current risk is low. We may have a moderate risk for the rest of the week, so enjoy the calmer surf tomorrow. Here is the high-res modeling, and what it's showing us is that we make it through Tuesday without any major problems. It should be mostly sunny to partly cloudy tomorrow. Peaks of sun in there and no rain around, some clouds at times. Comfortable, highs around 80 degrees tomorrow. Wednesday will heat up. We'll see approaching showers and possibly some showers and thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday night and Thursday looks like a rain fest. And between now and the end of the week, we could pick up some substantial totals of rain. In fact, checking it out, it seems like all year, the highest totals have been north of us, and here it is showing between now and Friday, 2.5 inches in Pensacola and a little over 4 inches in Mobile. So wet weather is ahead here in the forecast. 80 degrees tomorrow and partly cloudy. We'll see some widely scattered showers on Wednesday, a high of 84. Wednesday night and Thursday, a good chance of showers and storms. In fact, our chance is at 80%. We'll have a high near 81 degrees. Long range, we will continue to see rain in the picture. Friday, a 60% chance. Saturday and Sunday, widely scattered showers in the forecast. Lenise?
All right, thank you, Jason. Today is Melanoma Monday. It's a reminder that melanoma is the deadliest form of skin cancer. It can show up as a new or changing spot or as a mole with irregular edges. And if it's not caught early, it can spread and be harder to treat. Mandy Gaither is showing you the red flags now in today's Health Minute.
In the U.S. this year alone, it's estimated that around 112,000 people will be diagnosed with invasive melanoma, and more than 8,500 people will die of the disease. But if it's caught early, this most serious type of skin cancer is highly treatable.
We would recommend that people do self-checks on their skin.
Dr. Igor Puzanov with Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center says to watch out for spots or moles like these. They're pictures of actual melanomas from the Skin Cancer Foundation. Look for the ABCDEs of this skin cancer. A is for asymmetry, if one half of the spot is unlike the other. B is for border. Look for edges that are irregular, scalloped, or poorly defined. C is for color. Watch out for spots with varying colors from one area to the next, such as shades of tan, brown, or black, or areas of white, red, or blue. D is for diameter. Melanomas are usually about the size of a pencil eraser, but can also be smaller. Finally, E is for evolving. Look to see if a spot looks different from others or is changing in size, shape, or color.
These are the red flags, and you should go see a dermatologist or primary doctor and then dermatologist and have a biopsy, preferably.
Puzanov says melanoma can grow anywhere on the body, including in the mouth, nose, under the nails, on or between toes and fingers. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
A Dutch cruise ship is waiting for help off the coast of Africa after 3 passengers died in what officials call a suspected hantavirus cluster. Health officials say the vessel, the MV Hondius, requested assistance after several people were sick. The World Health Organization says one case has been lab confirmed. Around 150 passengers were on board. The ship left Argentina about 3 weeks ago and reportedly stopped in Antarctica on its way to Cape Verde. Hantavirus is spread by rodents and can cause a deadly respiratory illness. The WHO is working with local authorities to help evacuate sick passengers.
Well, coming up, a sports-loving, tech-savvy teen hoping for a forever family. We're introducing you to a 17-year-old in today's Hope for a Home.
Series today, Hope for a Home. Fox 10 is partnering with Heart Gallery Alabama to find families for some very special children. Heart Gallery Alabama is a nonprofit organization dedicated to finding forever families for children in Alabama's foster care system. Today, we want you to meet Trevor.
Fine.
That's how 17-year-old Trevor describes himself. The high school student likes school. His favorite subject?
Probably like math, geometry.
When he's not in the classroom, Trevor likes to be on the court or on the field. He loves all sports.
Basketball, football, soccer, tennis.
Trevor also likes to watch YouTube videos, TV, and play video games.
And pretty much certain video games. Like I used to play Fortnite a lot. I play superhero games sorta. I play Batman. I still play COD.
He likes to get outside and go fishing and camping. He loves to catch dinner. Speaking of foods, his favorites?
Any food except for greens.
Hanging out with friends, also a favorite for Trevor. He's always looking out for other people.
Sticking up, being there for you, no matter what.
He's only in high school, but Trevor already knows what he wants to do when he gets older.
Either law enforcement, a technology person, which I'm really good at technology.
A goal he would love to share with a forever family. If you want to learn more about Heart Gallery Alabama's program or how to adopt a child from the foster care system, we have a link for you on our website, fox10tv.com, giving you a chance to complete your family and make dreams come true for a special child. You can watch this story and any of the other Hope for a Home stories we have done on our Fox 10 News Gulfstream TV app.
9 McGill-Tulane seniors are trading in their yellow jacket jerseys for college ones. The school celebrated a signing day for student athletes across 4 sports. Josh Sasser signed to run cross country and track at Montevallo. In soccer, Lila Baggett heads to Southern Union, Jeanne Marie Castleberry to Montevallo, and Peyton Lee Hockey to Spring Hill College. And a special shout out to Peyton. She is the daughter of our very own Good Day Gulf Coast anchor Sarah Wall. We know she is so proud. Three flag football signees, Jaden Kidd, Shayna Griffith, and Addie Arsenberg. On the diamond, Cullen Patrick signed with Holmes Community College for baseball. And closing out the class on the gridiron, Alex Martin will play football at Faulkner University. Congratulations to all 9 Yellow Jackets. How exciting.
A new episode of Living It Up with Lanice is out. This time I'm chatting with Christina McInnes, an Alabama farmer, agri-tech entrepreneur, and who wants you to change the way you think about food, technology, and the future of farming in Alabama.
When you receive heat and pressure, which is coming, a diamond forms under those conditions. And so you have to embrace that adversity, the heat, the pressure, the unfair, and take it and form it into a diamond and shine with it and say, well, because of these conditions, I'm stronger.
You can hear the rest of the conversation right now. You can find it at livingitupwithlanice.com, where it's available on all platforms, and fox10tv.com under podcasts.
All right, here's what we're seeing outside right now in downtown Mobile. 75 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Winds out of the south at 11, and our Dolphins cam looks perfect. No problems with the weather now. We do have active weather for the second part of the week this week, but it is quiet this evening. Looking ahead, our first opportunity for rain coming back into the forecast area will not be tomorrow, but it's likely going to start happening on Wednesday or Wednesday night. Look at the moisture increase here. So midweek, Wednesday, a shot at some scattered showers and storms. Tomorrow, no severe weather in the area, but long range, we may see some potential for strong storms on Wednesday night especially. So we'll have an update on that. And here's a look at the models. You can see as we run it out through time, showers and maybe a few thunderstorms around on Thursday morning there. So here is the outlook. Our rain chances at 30% on your Wednesday, and then they jump to an 80% chance on Thursday. Temperatures in the mid 80s on Wednesday, low 80s on Thursday, and we continue to look very unsettled through the weekend and into next week. The front wants to move in, it's going to come roaring in, then it's going to stall on Friday and kind of hang out with us. Then more energy develops along that boundary, and we see another good shot at rain next week on Monday. Enjoy this evening and tomorrow because it's about to start getting more active. And of course, we need the rain. I mean, you know, we're in a drought and everything, and seen some recent relief, but we could use some more. We're going to get plenty over the next 7 days, so most of that comes the second part of the week through the weekend.
Have a question. Do you think you can sing the national anthem better than anyone else? We want to find out.
That's right. Fox 10 and our parent company, Gray Media, launching the Star Spangled Sing-Off. It's a contest inviting you to submit your best a cappella, that means no music in the background, rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. And the winner gets an all-expensive paid trip to Nashville to film a performance that will air right here on Fox 10 and also on our great stations across the nation.
Yeah, it's all part of our We the People initiative that celebrates America's 250th birthday ahead of July 4th. Submissions are open right now through May 31st.
Head to fox10tv.com to enter and see all the rules associated. The link is at the top of the homepage, right above the Fox 10 logo.
Good luck to everyone who is signing up to sing off. Well, coming up, why a local club is trusting teens with its vintage ride and what they hope comes of it.
Tonight, The Good Side is taking you to Sunset Hills, Missouri, where a classic car club is betting on the next generation to keep those vintage rides on the road.
The MG Car Club donated a 1979 MGB Roadster to South Tech High School's collision repair class, giving students a hands-on history lesson and giving the club a little hope for the future.
You know, classic cars just scream American history, even if they were made in England. Roger Douglas couldn't agree more. He drives a 73 MG.
They're fun cars.
And this is the South Tech High School Collision Repair class, a hands-on program for high schoolers.
Students get a chance to test out the industry if they want to learn machine shop or they want to go into be a vet tech or an automotive tech or anything like that. They get a chance to come here in high school and try it in their junior and senior year.
You come in here in the morning, work on cars, do what you love.
They enjoy the work, and that makes them enjoy their learning.
So, what happens when the past meets the future?
We thought, well, if we can get some young kids interested in our cars, then we can maybe sure up the future.
You see, Roger is also chairman of the MG Club, which donated this 1979 MGB Roadster to the school, a car most of these kids have never had their hands on.
Nope.
Until now.
One of the kids got in the car when we delivered it, and he goes, "What are these?" Well, the vent windows.
Something old became something new.
The other guy, he looked over and he says, "What's this on the door here?" Well, that rolls up the windows. There's no buttons.
If this can get students interested in something old and different, you know, they may like that.
And the club likes that.
I think it's a really good thing to sure up our cars staying on the road in the future.
We usually don't see these on the road. I'm excited to take something off this or put it back on.
And I'm very excited to work on it.
It's exciting to see something I've never seen before in a shop.
A hands-on history lesson for the next generation of car lovers.
It's really a beautiful thing.
Shelby Myers back in the studio with your update now. Shelby, what did you find out?
Well, Anise, we told you last week again about 2 toddlers who had been suspected of being abused. Well, tonight, Sheriff Chip Simmons says despite suspecting that those 2 toddlers were being abused, a daycare director never called the law. And now she's facing a felony charge. This is Tanisha Woods. Sheriff Simmons says she worked at the daycare where a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old in foster care attended. The sheriff says workers suspected the 2 were being abused and even documented it. And Woods did not report it to the Department of Child and Family Services hotline as required by law.
On 3 different occasions, there was abuse suspected. It was documented and even photographed. Unfortunately, Ms. Woods did not report this abuse or the suspected abuse to the DCF hotline as required by law. So she's now being charged with a felony, which is failure to report child abuse.
Now, you may remember last week, Denisha Blunt, a foster parent, brought in the 3-year-old and boy to the hospital. When staff got suspicious of the child's injuries, she took off. Deputies were able to catch up to her quickly. She told them the child caused his own injuries, saying he fell off of a skateboard and would hit his head on walls during timeout. They discovered a 1-year-old girl in Blunt's care also showed signs of abuse. Blunt and the woman in the car with her, Tanya Williams, were both arrested and charged with 2 counts of child neglect resulting in great bodily harm. The 2 children were taken to the hospital where doctors say they were malnourished, had multiple bruises across their bodies. The 1-year-old had a swollen and discolored foot. The 3-year-old had swelling to his head along with multiple other injuries to both. Deputies say because Blunt and Williams did not explain the injuries, and investigators say the children did not get needed medical care, both of those women were charged with child neglect resulting in great bodily harm. And now, the daycare director, who also is accused of not reporting alleged abuse, is charged with felony failure to report. In the studio tonight, Shelby Myers, Fox 10 News.